Getting fucked by art isn't fun, but I'm not gonna sit here and lecture you because I'm also shit at art. But you know what? I've decided to get better at art and you can join me. My end goal is to create a 2D stylized animation that can accurately depict the story I have in mind. So if you have time, feel free to join me. I'll be posting my progress every so often and I'll take you through the mind of a noob artist. So 1, you don't have the excuse that you're terrible in art because I'm also bad, and 2, you are not alone in your journey. I plan to make this a safe community for learning, so let's begin. Day 1 was pretty simple because all I learned was the different perspectives of the face, which surprisingly helped me visualize how I draw my characters. But they look so soulless, and this guy looked like some grumpy character in the Heian era of Japan. Oh yeah, the playlist I'm using to learn this style is Shidzilla's playlist, so go check it out. Link in the description. Anyways, I drew the front side and semi-side perspective and it turned out alright. At least these two turned out good, but most of them look so creepy that I stopped after I finished the first tutorial. Day 2 was a better day because I was learning how to do the eyes, which I thought was the soul of the character. I later realized it was, but we'll get to that in a later video. The first thing I did was rehash on my knowledge from episode 1 before jumping into the eyes. They still look weird, but we roll with it. The eye was very fun to draw because it actually felt like there was life in the eyes compared to day 1. I labeled these parts so I could know what to include in the eyes, but I never really referenced this first one. Once I saw how Shidzilla did the eyes, I started to break off from the video, which is why I have a bunch of random eyes. I don't know what I was going for, but I just kept drawing random eyes and eyelashes of different shapes and sizes to see if I can gauge the emotion in them. Like, these two eyes look like they're looking at something, while these eyes look like a crazy person. I could sort of sense that there were no emotions in these eyes despite how aesthetic they were, so I continued on with the video. The next phase was to draw them on actual heads, and the first one turned out way better than expected, but it went downhill from there. I was finding it hard to thread the needle to accurately draw the iris, so I was getting these murky, dark eyes. I took a break from these head balls and started redrawing eyes to get a better grasp of it. The second set of eyes felt like they had emotion. To me, it looked like the second pair was kind of curious, while the third pair was kind of sad looking, and these eyes look like you're going to be hunted down by a criminal. As I was wrapping things up for day 2, I tried to put the eyes on the head again, and it turned out like this. I gave up putting them on smaller heads and just started to do some reference drawings from some anime to get a sense of how the head is done. I drew Mary and I was actually blown away by how well I did with this first drawing. Most of my drawings before looked like this. I started with the eyelashes and eyes, made my way through the hair, and then the fingers were super hard to get right because I felt like the proportions were way off. Don't worry if the drawings didn't turn out like the reference, because my next few days of reference drawings went downhill from here. I was planning on my whole week's worth of progress, but this video seems to be getting too long, so if you want to see the next few days, like and subscribe and I'll get it out as soon as I can. See you later.